Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Let That Brew Quickly. Where we, just want to highlight our penchant, our passion for these, these brews, these herbs that we steep, and we want to, spread overall, information, awareness about, the benefits, and, the salubrious effects these, brews, these leaves, these herbs, these teas can have on, one's being, physically and, mentally, and also, in some ways spiritually. Now we've got a wonderful tea today. I haven't tasted it, but, before we, get into the tea, we really just want to give you a Let That Brew quote of the day. And today's Let That Brew quote of the day is this: some things happen for reasons beyond our comprehension. These events may even cost us more in the long run, but it's not really about the issue itself. Rather, it's about how you look at the issue. Let that brew. So yeah, that was the Let That Brew quote of the day. Again, that one sort of hits me in other ways. This week's been a bit of a week of a bit topsy-turvy. Like things have happened, for reasons that I can't really understand. And you'll question people, you question, what you're doing wrong, what someone else may be doing wrong, when sometimes it's about, how you're looking at it. You could be looking at it through, angry eyes, through a clouded mind, a misty psyche. And, sometimes the issue's not as terrible or as, detrimental as you would, want to convince yourself. So, like I said, it's about how you look at the issue rather than what the issue actually is. But at the same time, you have to, focus on the issue and try and resolve that, and some things are beyond our comprehension, they're beyond our understanding, it just happened, and we tackle it and, crack on. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed that Let That Brew quote of the day. Let's get into the tea, because, the water's cooling down, the sun's going down. I'm in natural light today with a bit of assisted light, how the thing goes. But today's tea now is a wonderful tea. Again, we wanna live, in a decadent mindset, opulent, psyche. So today's tea is from Harrods. Once again, man, love a Harrods tea, you get me? Like, love a Harrods tea, silken tea bags and them thing there. So today's tea is the Harrods Purity Tea. Harrods Purity Tea, because we're trying to be pure, in most of our endeavors and most of our, tackling with one another. You want to try and keep a pure mindset, So the Harrods Purity Tea, it says, fresh and clean with a subtle hint of spice. This bright savory tea is complex and well balanced with peppermint offering and cooling flavor and a licorice touch of sweetness. So yeah, that's the Harrods Purity Tea. Let's hope that it does give us, that hint of spice, a cooling flavor, and, does keep us well balanced in order for us to feel as pure as we can. So yeah, that's the Harrods Purity Tea. So now let's get into it, man. Let's just really get into it because the kettle's boiling. And again, I want to taste this tea. I haven't tasted this tea as yet, so this is new to me, it's new to you. So first of all, let's go through some of these sort of ingredients. So the tea contains oolong tea, and I'm excited, for the oolong, because oolong is one of the 6 teas, real actual teas from the Camellia sensus leaf or plant. So there's only real 6 teas, 6 teas, and oolong is one of them. So this contains oolong, and I don't think we've covered any oolong teas, and I Let That Brew quickly. So it's got oolong tea, nettle, just nettle, I don't know what that is, peppermint, it's got fennel, it's got licorice, cleavers, again, don't really know what cleavers are, and dandelion leaves. So again, this has got a few flavors that what I'm familiar with, or we haven't really been over. And it's a tea from China, as we know, because oolong originated mostly in China or the Asian region. So yeah, it's got a few ingredients in it. Let's just go over these tea bags and see what these tea bags are looking like. So as you see, let me pop that one more time for the lead clot is in it. Oh, we love that. Let me go here one more time. Oh, that's like, listen, that's literally, I said it's better than popping a bottle of Patron. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Harrods Purity. So yeah, 15 sachets as usual. Yeah, and as soon as you burst the bag, just smell the peppermint. The peppermint kicks out to us over everything. The peppermint really just give us that massive sort of kick right there, and that's brilliant. We love a peppermint. If you check out the bag, we scope the bag. It's got a few bits in it. We can definitely see the peppermint. I'm assuming nettle is these sort of woodeny sort of chunk, or even cleavers. It's a very earthy looking tea. There's not much color to it. Green, dark sort of greeny teas for purity. So I'm assuming it's trying to give that sort of natural feel. One with the earth. To become pure. And again, yeah, you can smell hints of the licorice as well, almost. Definitely, but the peppermint is definitely overpowering the rest of the the aromas in this bag. Again, silken tea bag. We're gonna take the liberty once more of opening that tea bag to see what's really in it, how it really looks. Is it really herbs, or is it just a bunch of mashed up stuff put together? Let's just get into the pouring instantly. We're not gonna waste too much time today. Because I'm trying to keep the light, the light's going down. It's afternoon, grayish day here in London. And yeah, I just thought let's just crack on with some oolong. Let's feel pure. Let's really get to the earth. We gotta live with the rain. Without the rain, sunny days wouldn't feel so precious. So anyway, we're gonna get to the pouring of this Harrods Purity Tea, and yeah, we're gonna see. We got the yellow boy out today again. Cracking with this. Pour that tea there. So yeah, instantly, we can see it, dying, going greenish. This. I'm sure this will, transform the color of the water even more so after the brew. But yeah, it looks good already. Smells good. Smells very earthy once again. Smells very pure indeed. So yeah, we'll let that brew for a sec. And whilst that brews, we're just gonna go over some of the ingredients. Maybe one, to be fair, just one. The oolong. We're gonna dive in to the oolong. We're gonna see what the oolong tea is about. The history, some of the history amongst oolong, because again, it's one of the 6 main teas. That's the oolong, one of the 6 main teas. Anything else, it's not tea. It's either herbs or fruits that are just brewed or steeped in water. It's not actually tea. The only real teas are from the Camellia sensus plant. So let's go over some of the benefits of this oolong tea. A quick brief history of oolong tea is that oolong tea is arguably it's arguably one of the most diverse teas. It's really transliterated as Wulong, so W-long, tea, and that translates in Chinese, if I'm not mistaken, again, correct me wrong, as black dragon. So oolong tea is known as black dragon tea, which is, very, very interesting. And again, known or more familiarized to us as oolong tea. So Wulong, the black dragon tea, is oolong tea. Now China and Taiwan, China and Taiwan are the major producers of oolong tea. I'm sure it's produced elsewhere, but China and Taiwan, are the major producers. Now oolong is special because it's carefully controlled on the natural breakdown, and once the leaves are removed from the plant, it allows them to oxidize. Oxidation is, when it's left out and allowing oxygen to, penetrate the leaves. Some oxidize longer. If you want to like fermented tea, they'll leave that to, oxidize even longer. And this is why it's often described between, green and black tea. They say it's a mixture of green tea and black tea when it comes to the oolong. But with many things in the world of tea, it's way more, complicated than that. This is just a brief, description of the oolong. Now, there's a certain step they use to, process the oolong. It's called bruising. Now, bruising is where the leaves are, they're shaken off slightly and then they're tumbled, and they're tumbled until they bruise. Hence why it's called bruising, until the sides of the leaves or the edges are bruised. So that's why they call it bruising. It's a special technique in the oolong fixing process. Because they call it when you're fixing a tea, after you pick it and leave it to oxidize, it's fixing. So there's a certain technique which is called bruising. Now the bruising causes the cells in the leaves to be damaged. Once the leaves are damaged, it initiates the oxidation process. That's what allows it to commence. The process is repeated. They bruise it. They do that same process over and over. So the oxidation is slow. And once the tea maker deems it ready, and then that's when they'll say the oolong tea's ready for distribution and then consumption. Now there's many different oolong tea types. Again, in China, there's a list of the most famous teas, and in different regions and different provinces around Taiwan or China, there's different methods in the way they fix the oolong. I won't go into all of that. You can dive deeper into that, but there's different methods. But again, the way it's fixed is what makes the oolong, the confusion between green and black. So let's just go over some of the benefits of the oolong, herb, oolong leaf. Some being that the oolong, it can aid in weight loss. It also, can help manage the glucose levels in your blood, allowing the sugar to be regulated easier. Could prevent or be a catalyst in preventing diabetes 1, 2, or 3 types. Also, the oolong tea can improve your heart health. Again, a lot of these brews have the same effects, the same benefits, and we live for that. I love it. Improve all of the good things that we actually need. Also, the oolong can improve one's brain function. Again, a lot of these teas are good for the mental, because a lot of y'all is nuts. You know what I'm trying to say? Me maybe in one of them, where it includes the brain function. Improves the brain function. The oolong could also prevent against certain cancers, and can help with the bone or the mineral density in the bones, and it can also strengthen enamel. The enamel around your teeth. It's a good reliever of eczema. So promotes good skin conditioning. And again, that's with a moderate, healthy consumption. It's not, if you overdo it. And these things aren't promised, to change or to really. It's all part of a balanced diet. Everything has to be balanced. It can't just be oolong, and I'm good to go. Also, there are some negative aspects to the oolong. There are side effects to the oolong. One being that it does contain caffeine, You know, not a high amount, but you know, enough percentage that you don't want to be drinking it every single day all the time. But you can drink a lot of oolong tea. There's a study with, I think it was 70 something thousand Japanese men who drank I think it was 8 cups of oolong tea a day, and in this study they found that, you know, it was over 60% increase in, you know, like I said, the blood sugar levels being balanced, and also increasing one's brain function in men. The oolong also has a high level of calcium, magnesium, again, which are minerals we do need. But to summarize, you know, the oolong again mainly is good for helping prevent diabetes, and has less caffeine than a cup of coffee. So although it does contain caffeine, it's not as much as a cup of coffee, which is good. And also again can help you, you know, aid you in your weight loss. So anyway, that's enough about the benefits of oolong. Now there's other ingredients, you know, there's dandelion leaves and cleavers. You know, I'm not too sure what that is, you know, and I don't really go into that right now. You know, but you know, go and do your research, do your diligence. You could check more of that out if you want. You know, dandelion leaves and and others and other and cleavers. You could check that out in the Harrods Purity Tea. But you know, let's just get into the tasting really. Let's get into the tasting. I think that's been brewing for about 5 minutes. I'm good to go with that.
RealTalkRiddims.
Upon smelling it again, it's just heavy with the peppermint. I'm not gonna lie, it's heavy on peppermint. That's all I'm yeah, it's heavy on peppermint, you know. It looks good. Like I said, it's been dyed. It's been, you know, we did say the color would change. And again, we got that sort of copperish color, which is amazing. We love it. We love that sort of color there. It looks smooth. It looks pure. You know, it looks very pure. We use spring water, obviously, to brew our teas. So, you know, just minimizing the cloudiness. Looks good, you know. Smells good. Let's just get into the taste. And I've never tasted this oolong tea. I mean, this Harrods Purity Tea. So let's just get cracking, man. Let's just get cracking. Okay. Smooth. Very smooth. Ooh, now it's, ooh. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Now, that's what is the fennel. Can definitely taste that fennel. It kicks. It just comes in after. Pause. Peppermint's heavy, but the fennel, yeah, it's got the hint of the fennel at the end. You know, because there was something in it, and I was like, what is that? You know, what is that? Yeah, there's something really distinct that, you know, just sort of, you know, lingers on the edge of the taste bud. And definitely fennel, yeah. Upon first sip, I was saying, this is a bit bland, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit flavorless. And again, it's a purity tea, you know? Some things that are pure are not, you know, always so amazingly decorated or always so, you know, out there, you know? Some things which are pure are exactly that, just pure, plain and simple. But yeah, this is quality stuff. This is quality stuff. I'm not gonna lie, this is quality stuff. Yeah, I like this. The peppermint as well gives you that freshness, you know. Like it definitely gives you that mint. I could feel it, like it's real peppermint, you know what I mean? This is definitely a tea that if you're chatting to someone in their boat, like you're in their face, and you want to drink tea, drink this tea here, because that freshness, like it's real. Like that peppermint is really fresh, I'm not gonna lie. 100%. This is the tea you sit with a female and you say, you want some tea? You're gonna give her some purity tea. She's gonna love you like raw purity tea. Then once you're talking, your breath gonna smell fresh, cause this smells fresh. Like we said, the oolong gonna help with the enamel and all of them thing there. I'm not gonna lie, I can't fault the tea, man. It's hard for me to fault a Harrods tea, man. The teas are good, bro. Like even the cheapest ones. That's some quality stuff, bro. I can't lie, that was amazing. That was amazing. It was amazing. Like, what can I say? That was a great tea, and at a price point of £13 for 15 sachets. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with that tea there. That was a great tea. Again, you tasted the fennel. I'm not sure what dandelion leaf tastes like, or cleaver, you know. I'm gonna actually, after this, read up more about it, which I should have actually for you guys or whoever's watching, but do it yourself, don't be lazy. But anyway, that was a great tea. Let's just get to the verdict, honestly. Let's just get straight to it. Like, do we feel like the Harrods Purity Tea is a good tea? So as far as taste, great tasting. Like, oh, I can feel the peppermint, the freshness now. Like, it's actually, yeah, this is crazy. Great tasting, smooth as ever. Definitely makes you feel pure. I feel pure right now. I feel good right now, you know. So yeah, the Harrods Purity Tea undoubtedly is Let That Brew approved. You know, the peppermint, the fennel, you know, gives it a slight kick, and when you're least expecting it, and it leaves you, you know, with a sort of freshness, and indeed, you know, like a pure freshness, you know, even after the cup has been finished. So again, great tea from Harrods, and yeah, man, respect that. I really do love that tea there. Harrods Purity Tea. Now that was a great tea, I'm not gonna lie. That was a great tea. This was a quick one, quick Let That Brew. We went over it, some ingredients, good bits, bad bits, whatever it may be. And again, you know, let's just bear in mind, once again, the issues that spring up to us that we don't really understand why, or, you know, maybe it's the wrong timing for things. But, you know, instead of actually worrying what the issue is, let's just try our best to look at it through different eyes, you know. Let's worry about how we're looking at it rather than what it is. And, you know, in turn, it can help us tackle it, or, you know, help us, our coping mechanism, cope with it. And, you know, just be better at, you know, dealing with certain issues that arise in our lives, because they're always gonna come. The issue's always gonna be there, you know. Something's always gonna pop up when you don't really want it to, or when you don't need it to be popping up. So again, let's just try our best to look at these issues, tackle them in a great way, and, you know, let's lead up to our purity, you know. So anyway, that was Let That Brew quickly episode, who knows. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. Peace, stay pure, you know, and make sure, you know, you're looking at things through the lens, clear lens, you know, tackle our issues, and yeah, let that brew. Peace.
Real Talk Riddims.